And I want our athletes to dominate on the world stage, regardless of how annoyingly woke and theatrical they want to be about their so-called causes.
The differences between Fox News pundit Tomi Lahren.
It's so crazy how people be wanting you to say something about certain situations, and then when you say something, they eat you up even more.
And musician / activist Cardi B is quite polarizing.
Maybe Cardi B isn't the person we should be taking our political advice from.
While Lahren continues targeting Cardi.
Like people, we're not asking for sympathy. We're not asking for charity. We are just asking for equality. We are asking for fairness, and we are asking for justice. That is all. I feel like everything that people are asking for is getting interpreted in a very different way. No, it's simple. We just want justice. That's all. We want justice. We want to feel like Americans. We want equality.
The Bronx native brings up solid points on the state of politics in interviews and her lives on social media.
I have nothing against free speech. I'm a free speech purist. I think that they should be able to express themselves. But while they're competing for Team USA, they are in fact at work. So they should be focusing on their actual job. But furthermore, I would encourage them to talk to fellow athletes of other countries that actually oppress their people, maybe China, maybe Iran. Ask them what oppression actually is. This is typical leftist so-called activism. They want attention, they want the limelight without actually doing anything to help anyone.
Blasphemous statements from the conservative. Misinformation at best. I'll let Cardi take it from here.
Football team owners, they want to release statements now, and they want to do the most. And it's like, but Colin Kaepernick, he still don't got a job. Y'all want to be releasing statement like we support our this and that people. No, not really. Because if y'all did, Colin will have a job right now. Like, what's good? You can't really be mad at the players. Be mad at these goddamn team owners. Yeah, that's right. You gonna hire Colin now, or we ain't gonna be watching football Sunday. We gonna be watching baseball, whatever days baseball is on.
Bringing up Colin Kaepernick is the wise move when conservatives scream they are free speech purists because it displays their hypocrisy in full.
And Colin, how dare you sit there and blame white people for the problems of minority communities? After all, aren't you half white? Didn't two white parents adopt you after yours weren't willing to raise you?
After all, this was part of the BS she spewed to make a name for herself on the right.
What circumstance would you have performed at the halftime show?
They hired my friend back.
It means that much to you.
He's standing up for minorities. And it's like, if we don't support who's standing up for us, then it's like, who's gonna support us?
Kaepernick and pals assert it was because of his kneeling for the national anthem. You know, his outward disdain for this country, the country that affords him the right to be a whiny, indulgent, attention-seeking crybaby. That country. The country that is so oppressive, Cap, the adopted son of two white people, was able to rise through the ranks of career athletics, reach the NFL, and make millions of dollars a year to throw a ball.
It's tiresome, isn't it?
Why is our president so concerned about what football players is doing? Now you got this man from North Korea that's talking about he declaring war, which I don't know. Take it to carrot face. You know what I'm saying? We don't got nothing to do with that, baby.
Kaepernick selfishly and single-handedly changed the whole dynamic of football, sports, and the unity those events used to provide.
She's seen the blueprint for success amongst conservatives. State politics and sports should not mix, just only if they agree with it.
Cardi, TMZ, when are we going to see you do the halftime show?
Huh?
When are we going to see you do the halftime show?
Okay. When they hire Colin Kaepernick back.
Unlike Lahren, Cardi stood up for those demanding more from a country that seeks less.
Lawlessness, thuggery, that's not good for the city of Minneapolis. That's not good for the state of Minnesota. That's not good for this case. That's not good for this country. And this is from a party and a leadership that says that they want unity, and they're actively on the ground inciting violence.
She continues missing the point, but do we expect anything less?
I feel like they put capitalism, money, trading, goods before our health. And that's my problem. That's my issue. And instead of apologizing and giving us better things than $1,600 stimulus check at one time, I feel like we deserve better because they messed up. Apologize for messing up. and do better for us.
First it was hands up, don't shoot. Then it was burning down buildings and looting drugstores.
More dog whistling from The Blaze to Fox News to Outkick the coverage.
I, of course, want free Medicare. And this is why it's important to have free Medicare, because look what's happening right now. You see why we should have been have free Medicare for a long time. I, of course, think that we need free college education. That's second. And I want Black people to stop getting killed and no justice for it. I'm tired of it. If you kill somebody that doesn't have a weapon on them, you go to jail. You know what? If I kill somebody, I gotta go to jail. You gotta go to jail too.
When Cardi shows, it really is that simple. If you can, please do become a channel member. Go to youtube.com/TYT Sports. Click the join button and support us and this show. If you want to support the network as a whole, whatever floats your boat, go to tyt.com/join. You can also follow me and support me independently on my socials, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Appreciate the love. There is a theme within many in the MAGAverse, which Tomi Lahren is happily a part of. Happily. And it is this. They are folks who say, free speech for me, none for thee. She said and deleted, I believe, a tweet that stated Black Lives Matter is akin to the Triple K. She has gone after Beyonce because she wore a piece of clothing during the halftime show and said that it was hurting white people. She went after Colin Kaepernick and said that Colin should be thankful because he's half white. And she continues to spew all of these falsehoods that is rooted in racism, let's be clear. And this does not lead her to unpopularity. This leads her to be a prominent voice in Republican circles and get elevated as high as Rupert Murdoch's Fox News. Think about that for a moment. I truly do believe a lot of these people that are some of the biggest talking heads in the country are a microcosm of us as a society in this country. Their followings on social media, her bloated Twitter numbers, whether it's majority bots or not, speaks volumes to the audience that she brings. And that is why her career has had longevity. Let me also say this. I saw a part of an interview she did that was reposted on TikTok, where she said that she has dated some celebrities here and there, and each and every time they have had an agreement, mainly coming from the other party that asked it to be kept private. Now, instead of her saying, well, this is what's wrong with America, and this is really a big problem, no, you're the problem. Why else do you think people want to be with you but don't want to be public with you? At some point, the finger has to be pointed at yourself. There has to be a coming down to earth moment for Tomi Lahren, but instead, the finger is being pointed all over the place instead of at herself. And as I continue to look at this and see what she says, I believe she has learned from her past mistakes. And why do I say that? Because the one time she said something that wasn't even controversial, it was just controversial on her side of the aisle. She was on The View years ago and said that she is a pro-choice Republican. She was then sidelined by The Blaze for her stance on The View. And then went on to, let's call a spade, in my view, how I see the entire debacle, lose her job, but then get picked up very quickly because Fox News loves this stuff, so they did. So when I look at Tomi Lahren, what do I see? I see a shameful, hateful person who will go after anyone and anything but the people that cut her checks, because that is the most important thing to her. It is not uplifting other people. It is not bringing awareness to many different issues. It is towing the line. That's what she stands for.